everyone, and welcome to the map Abyssal Reef here. Today, we'll be taking a look at a highlight professional match of StarCraft 2. A showdown, I would say, between two champions, two titans, two world-renowned monsters in their own right. The upper left corner here, the blue hatchery and drones belonging to Serral. And the opponent here, the Terran, the red SCV's command center occupying the bottom right. It is, of course, Maru. Yes, Serral versus Maru. It happened. I don't know how it happened, how the numbers, the stars aligned, everything came together, but it's here and it's time to enjoy it. I have no doubt it will be a good one. Intriguing Marine first opener, I would say, from Maru. Usually I would have expected something a little more, Reaper focused, maybe, but a double Marine, of course. Maybe Maru's trying to just scare this initial Overlord into undeniable submission here. There's not really a whole lot of places for it to go at this point either. I think Maru outsmarting even the Overlord. Is he gonna get away? Oh, he might. That distance, that's some distance between them two. The Overlord, not even close. You guys were worried? Come on. Sir, players, calm down. Not even going to be close. Not even red health. The Zergling even gets into the base. Gets a little bit of scouting here, because the Marines, of course, very distracted. Very focused on their task, their mission. Serral, enjoying the complete lack of Reaper, I suppose, is taking that third hatch with no troubles, no issues. Drones happily mining all around the place. I'm intrigued to see what the compositions are, what the choices are at this point in time. We know at this point we've had the patch, we've had a lot of things happen, a lot of change come out. But we also know that at the end of the day, Terrans have gotten to enjoy the same kind of Hellion reactor TvZ opener since the start of Wings of Liberty. So we'll have to wait a minute or two, I suppose. These Hellions, aforementioned, heading out onto the map. They're going to go straight for a couple creep tumors, perhaps. Marines feeling a little ambitious, I would think. God, he picked off the physics, I told you. Ah, look out. The Queen should be able to repel the rest with ease, yes. Multiple Queens, even. Hellion's gonna check the third hatch for drones. Of course, drones nowhere near ready for mining on this patch of minerals just yet. Ling's gonna pop out. Reinforcing Hellions will quickly even up those odds. Maru looking to just be a little annoying, I think. Nothing too crazy. Behind this, he is going for Banshees. Cloak on the way. Tech Lab Barrack, Tech Lab Starport hard at work. Be quite impressed if you could fit a Banshee out of the barracks. I'd like to see that one. I don't think the door is anywhere near large enough. Stem also on the way. A Roach Warren. Intriguing. A little surprised by that. Roach Warren choice from Serral. Not not your textbook. And Lingbane Hydra composition, maybe. Maybe Serral going for a little bit of Roach play. Might choose to maybe go into Lurkers even a little quicker. Roaches, of course, they can go either way. You can go also Roach Bane, try to roll things in. Banshee Cloak completes just as the Spore Crawler finishes up. Queen will help out with the defense. I don't see a whole lot of openings for Maru to get a lot of damage done. Well, luckily, it is Maru, though. So even if there's not a whole lot of damage and we have to switch back into, the defensive ghost mech style, few can do it as well as he can, I will say. The Hellions are going to go for the drone line yet again. They're going for the creep line, I should say. Quickly changing their minds. The Banshees are going to find a little bit of more damage. 3 drones. Nothing too game-ending, world-shattering here, unless you, of course, were one of those 3 drones. Then your world, quite shattered, quite destroyed. The Hellions seem like they're really just focusing on the creep line. The Banshees are going for drones where they can, quickly running out of energy too, though. Behind this, we know Stim's done. Maru's been focusing on a lot of marine production, got some naked barracks even, producing some stuff here. Who needs add-ons when we can just make more marines, right? Siege tank as well, okay. Choice, so Maru seems like he's gearing up for at least a little bit of an attack. He's gathering a lot of the forces out in the center of the map. Might be able to join everything up too. Do you have an armory yet? For Hellbats? No. No armory. At this point, I have the thought of it, even just trying to keep the Hellions alive so that you can turn them into Hellbats at this point. They've lived all of this time. You've decided not to sacrifice them at this point. Maru, I don't think intentionally did that. He pulled the SCVs to repair the units coming home right as the Lings try to weave their way in. I love it, though, that Serral did not commit, did not actually try to get a little bit of damage done with all of those forces. They just pulled the Lings back. No, the patient hunter gets the prey, right? Roaches will deflect the group of Marines with ease. No Ravagers to be able to contest the air units with Biles at this point. But the Hydroden is on the way. Hydroden almost done. Even Infestation Pit is done, too. Serral might be going for a really quick hive here. This is feeling like it might be a quick hive play. What will be from the hive? You have to get your bingo cards out. You get your place your bets and all of that. The Lurker Den is here, so will it be for Lurker upgrades? Will it be for Vipers? Or something even more sinister, like Ultralisks? Oh. Group of Marines here try to contest, looks like one of the Queens, is what Maru was trying to focus down. Banshees still getting a little bit of damage done here and there, adding up over time. What are their kill counts? We got 4 and 9. Not too shabby. Certainly better than nothing. Second group of Marines here, way too much Zerg. Maru's gonna have to pick it up almost immediately. The Banshees are getting them more damage done than anything else. But again, oh, he's losing it. Oh no. Oh, both Banshees go down. Well, trading a little bit of damage here, Maru gets to pick off an extractor and spot the hive timing, so that is helpful. At least get to see that that is on the way. You know you can prepare now for what is coming. Has Maru gotten to spot the Lurker? Definitely. Okay. So Maru undoubtedly has a bit of a picture what's going on here. Serral's going to Hive Tech. He's got the Lurker Den done. I'm willing to bet it's for the Lurker upgrades. The timing, I think, lines up rather sensibly. Hey, we made it. Hellbat transform. Siege tank ready on the low ground as well here. This expansion, this fourth base location, I would call it, is rather susceptible to these low ground style attacks. You got things like siege tanks, got things like Colossi. Well, less siege tanks now, thank you, Ravager Vials. Also Lurkers, if it actually comes to that. But the siege tanks are going to set up, contest this base rather handily. I don't see a real easy way for Serral to clear this out. But he's got more Lurkers coming in. You could burrow the Lurkers on the high ground even. Lings, Roaches, maybe committing onto the left side. The hatchery's getting lower and lower with each tank shot that goes out. Extractors fall. Lurkers starting to burrow. The hatchery is destroyed, though. And at this point, like, what's the point of even trying to contest it? You just throw away your army. I think both of them seem to agree with that mentality, because Maru's packing it up, heading home satisfied with getting the hatchery destroyed. Not a huge amount of drone losses from just this battle, though. Serral was pretty good at pulling the drones out. Losing the hatchery, of course, hurts. Never something you ever want to do, but at this point, Maru's going to just rotate around, start to try to pressure one of the other outlying bases. Yes, Serral. The immediate retake. Maru's still here. The one lurker should be able to help out at least, maybe scare a bit of Terran forces away. I did see lurker upgrade finish up. Seismic spines was the first choice, using that hive effectively, I would say. Are we going to set up behind the rocks here? I love the positioning. Using the low ground, using the rocks, keeping the siege tanks safe. It's only 5 tanks though. I don't think... Now there's less than 5. Thank you, Vipers. Maru behind this isn't really going for more siege tanks. Not even really more Marines. It's the same composition. He's getting ghosts out. He is cranking ghosts out. The count already up to almost 3, thanks to Barracks production time here. Lurker run by over on the far right. Serral's going to go for a bit of damage himself. And Maru is here now. Okay, 9 SCVs lost. The full might of the Terran army pulled back. Quick, there's 2 lurkers in the base. Everybody get in here. Oh, the lurker even grabs a ghost. Shall I say snipes a ghost off? Picks one of the ghosts off, just coming off that barracks line. Holy changeling. Okay. I see dropper lords somewhere. Not too sure where. Maybe they'll come into play at some point. Serral's readying for a bit of an engagement here. Could do a bit of the reverse. The lurkers going for the low ground, I think. He's just going to commit here. The Viper nullifies one of those siege tanks. The lurkers, they were put off on their... Pardon us. Lurker put off on its own will be met with death and destruction. Terran army will find it. Oh, here are the droppers. It's going to be a lurker drop. Oh boy. Keep them selected. Keep an eye on that. The flight of the dropper lords. Oh god. Get out of there. Get out of there, Zerg. There's no way. Like, I don't think Maru saw this. This is just sense, right? The changelings. Why you make so many changelings right here? Oh, Maru saw something. He saw the non-dropper lord coming out. Huh. Stim used. Zerg army will come to meet the Terran. They both kind of saw each other there. The dropper lords go undetected, unnoticed though. I mean, unnoticed, I would say. Maru did catch something, I feel. That stim was a bit of a tell. We'll see how much damage the lurkers can actually get done. We got some interesting research upgrades finishing up for the Zerg too. I see that lunge for the Hydralists. Ghosts already here, ready for the defense. Snipe firing squad will take care of those lurkers with relative ease. A drop in the main base now. Maru might be able to go for the hive. Zerg army is not yet here. Gunning down the queens. The Bane Nest researching. Good old 14-minute centrifugal hooks, of course. Okay, well, the Zerg army does get here. We'll be able to clean that up. Those are changelings. They fooled even me. I saw red. I'm like, Maru's over here? No. We're just pretending that Maru's over here. Of course. Drones in peril. 8 drones picked off, reducing Serral to a mildly comfortable 72. Parasitic bomb goes out. Oh god, I think from both Vipers. That was a bit of a misclick there. He's going a bit too quick with that. Single Marauder. Maru is willing to get every ounce of damage he can out of all of these units. And says no changelings. 0 changelings allowed. Except these, because they're all the way on the other side of the map. No more. Oh, we've done it. Death from below situation. Lurkers. How do you like it, Terran? The Zerg siege tank here from the low ground. It's kind of really nice looking with all the spikes going out together. I must say, I do kind of like that. Lurker Viper Indigos likes it. Who would have thought? I know, right? Planetary Fortress. The repairs are being pulled. It's a lot of Zerg damage, though. The biles go out. It will be too much. The planetary falls. A lot of the Zerg army going with it, though. At the tune of 24 SCVs falling. Oh god, the army's struggling a bit, too. Ghosts finally get here. Deal with the lurkers. I'm really liking the split here. Moving just a handful of lurkers with a few other groups. This honestly feels a bit very Terran. Just being able to move multiple groups around. You have, for example, multiple medevacs, maybe a siege tank, maybe some widow mines around. Serral's getting some damage done. Leaving a lurker around just to cause a bit more havoc. Command centers have to be replaced. This one, command center wasn't really in much peril, but a lot of the SCVs fell from that. Maru reduced down to 59 SCVs. Didn't I just destroy that lurker here? Pretty sure Serral sent a second one just afterwards, just to be annoying, just to cost scans even at this point. You know, with the amount of workers falling, Maru's money is hurting. The bank, it's just not there. He's struggling to get it, so forcing out scans instead of mules at this point is going to be very helpful. Maru is slowly getting that SCV count back up, though. They're cranking out, it looks like, at least 5 at a time. But with each of those SCVs, that could have been resources that went to an army unit. Oh god, this is a lot of Zerg. A lot of Vipers all around. Destroying the medevacs looks like is their focus here. The Lurkers providing support from behind. Siege tank will occupy the high ground and should be quite okay with that. Might need to blinding cloud or pull some of these tanks. Gonna get on top of the one. Firing squad goes out. Ghosts are here and ready for the defense. Siege tanks moving up. Ghost siege tank. The ultra anti-lurker composition here. All we need is liberators. We need just round out all three together. Very anti-lurker. Ghost will give his life to make sure that that lurker falls. 38 banelings on the way. Good grief. Might line up pretty well with +2 melee attack. Yeah. Banelings are helpful up against the ghosts because even if the ghosts cloak and you can't detect them, you can't see them for some reason, the banelings might still be able to hurt them. You just kind of keep an eye on it. Nidus Swarm coming up in the main base right as the Zerg is going to debate. Ooh, solid EMP. Uh-oh. We had some lag apparently. Something going down there. Get out of here, you gaming Zerg. There's too much Zerg here already, no room for you. Lurkers gonna occupy the main base. This is a lot of Lurkers too. What if 7 Lurkers coming out of that Nidus will be able to absolutely decimate the main base. The Banelings opting for the SCVs and the Planetaries will be successful. 23 more SCVs. Maru being slowly whittled down here. Perhaps not as slowly as even Maru would like though. 23 SCVs have fallen. Nidus Worm coming up over here just outside of the sensor tower range. Be able to maybe cause a little bit of chaos. The ghost count sitting at 11. I cannot imagine that Maru is happy with how this is going. The economy is dwindling. The bank is just not there anymore. The money tells a strong story. Okay, Serral can rebuild the army over and over. Wave upon wave here of Lingbane Hydra did eventually get to that composition. A bit of a roundabout way. Another planetary falls, 7 SCVs with it. And I believe we are looking at the slow demise of a Terran. Maru could bounce back if he can get all of the army together. Might just want to even send it across. Start to pressure the Zerg at this point. And I think that's exactly what Maru's going to do. It's going to be a bit of a trade, though, a bit of a cost, because there's lurkers and maybe the amount of changelings. The changeling convention in the main base here. Maru's going to commit the force at the other side. A bit of a last hurrah attack. I feel the Baneling's going to roll in splits. He's trying. The siege tanks in the center, a bit vulnerable. Ghosts going to respond. Defense doing okay so far. He gets a hatchery for his trouble. We'll be able to continue forward. Losing any amount of force is really hurtful. And a backstab, a Ling run by on the other side. The siege tank's going to set up, which I feel is only going to really buy time. Terran forces on the other side. Siege tanks setting up again. The ghosts are really, I think, the anchor point, the pin here. If Maru loses the ghosts, it's all over. Banelings being sniped before they could even see the light of day. The ghosts, I think, may have overextended a little bit. There's just not enough forces also to protect them. I'm not even sure he has Cloak. He does have Cloak, but there's no point. There's 7 Overseers flying right overhead. It's not going to be enough. Serral is going to take the match here. Bit of a war of attrition there, having to wear down the Terran opponent. My favorite part, though, of course, both of them getting to do a little bit of a death from below strike. The siege tanks taking out the 4th base, the lurkers biting back later on. As expected, a beautiful, chaotic match between 2 titans, I would say. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.